emotion keeps you locked on what you hope to consume, and you won't leave until you've had your fix. You want it all, so you pick apart your victims one by one like Mother Nature. Hiding in the shadows, it's a feeling that you love to give up. Pouring kerosene on yet another happy ending. Is this the only bridge you're burning? I know you won't go the other way, and if I stay close, shame on me. I guess I've had enough of what you've had to say.
Hear us. Hello, hello, hello. All right. I think we are good. Hello, chat. Can you hear us? I believe you should be able to.
Hello, chat.
Hello. All right. All right. Hello. Hello, everyone. Anthony from Heroes Fandom here, and I am not alone today. Here we got the man, the myth, the legend right here. We got Matt. We got Matt Hunt. What's up, Matt? How you doing? You want to introduce yourself
Hello.
and
Good, yeah. For those who don't know me, I'm Matt Hunt. I am a mod on Ranger Board, and I do Toku leaks and rumors, and that's kind of my thing.
yeah,
And I am happy to be here. Thank you, Anthony, for asking me to join
of course,
for
yeah.
some exciting stuff.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it makes sense, right? I mean, we're gonna go through everything, and no, but thank you for joining here. Like I told you before the show,
Yeah.
like we've never really had a guest on here, so this is very new for me.
It's an honor. It's
On
an
this
honor.
channel. Oh well, thanks. Now I appreciate that. Hello, chat. How we doing? We got Kyoryu Rider, Death Legend, Aaron, Tan. What's up? Nat, is that how you say your name? Sorry, Ray, Lego Dragon Ranger, Fies. All right, thanks. Thanks for joining. Popular opinion, they look uniquely stupid looking. I mean that. I understand. They're not going to be
I
everyone's
mean,
favorite.
I think that's probably a widely held opinion. I
That's
would say for the
probably
suits.
what? Yeah, probably. Yeah, I would
Yeah.
say so. They are growing on me though. Like, how are you feeling about the suits? Because
Oh
like
yeah.
when I first saw the suits, I was like, wow,
So
they're wheels.
I first got like a hint of what they were going to look like in early December,
Right.
and I was shocked at first. I was like, oh, that's a choice. That's a
That is
it's
a
like
that's a
it's a
wheel.
choice. It is a wheel on attached to their head. That's it. It is what it is. I think I I always go back to like my childhood with Power Rangers and growing up there and kind of not discovering Super Sentai until oh in space Lost Galaxy around there.
Oh, okay.
And like
Wow, that was a while ago.
yeah. So I was yeah I started with Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, and then through that I found Super Sentai. And yeah, no, I always wondered like back when like Zeo came out, right? Like Zeo for us was such a big deal when I was a little kid. And I always wondered because these suits do give off big O-Ranger vibes for me. And I always
Sure.
wondered like if the internet was like it is now back then, would the Zeo suits have been like torn apart? Because like we like in my mind like Zeo is like this cool thing, right? But
Right.
when you look at just the suits, not like divorcing it from the storyline, divorcing it from O-Ranger, just the suits. I
Right.
you can make an argument that they're on the more questionable design side of things.
Yeah, I never really. Yeah, no, you're right.
You know,
I could definitely see
but
that too.
even like Lost Galaxy, I remember
Right.
everybody seeing Lost Galaxy, the Gingaman suits, everybody called them the Charlie Brown suits.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
Because, like so I don't know. I've kind of grown out of even really caring about aesthetics for the suits. As long as I like how the mecha look, I don't question my purchases after I buy them. That's a win for me. So
Right.
the suits I feel like they're going to be what they are. I think they're different. Like that's all I can say about them. They are very different. There's
Fair.
like even in the promo video that came out, just kind of the way that they look on camera is interesting because the material isn't quite spandex, and then it's also mostly
Right.
gray, so it's like it
Yeah.
catches the light in a weird way. But yeah, I mean, it's going to depend on like how they are as characters, which that's what it always comes down to for me. So, um,
Right.
yeah, I don't think anybody's going to like argue with you if your opinion is that you don't like the suits because
I mean, yeah, if you
it's
even if you like the suits, you can't. I don't think you can argue against like people who don't
yeah,
like the suits because it's
yeah,
like, look at them.
it's
They're
a very
right,
purposeful decision. I think it's the
right.
same as I would say I prefer like I prefer the Tokuger suits and the Juoger suits to these personally.
Sure, sure,
But I
sure,
would
sure,
say
sure.
that it's the same kind of deal where they were trying to hit. They're very obviously targeting the younger audience this year. They've said that they're upfront about that.
Right.
So I think it's the same thing. I think it's just they're going for something that's simple to kind of take in. Um, but yeah, I think it is what it is. As long as the show is put together well, I kind of just don't really care too much about the
Right.
aesthetics. That's just me. I don't fault anybody who does, but for me, it's not like that's not why I watch the show.
Yeah, yeah. Same. I completely 100% agree with you. Actually, I don't. Yeah, yeah. They're gonna look how they look, and I'm gonna probably like it either way. Like, there's gonna be aspects
Yeah,
about the suit that I'm gonna like anyway. So, um,
no,
interesting
to be
question
honest.
here. Do you think Boom Boonger's Sixth Ranger will have a gimmick like Signal Bike from Kamen Rider Drive? Well, I mean, first off, like, do you have any like guesses onto what the Sixth Ranger could be,
uh,
like, color
so
wise,
I
or?
I have heard nothing. But I can make educated guesses based on what we've seen. And I'm hit or miss, but I've gotten pretty good at guesstimating things.
Mm,
I I'm like 50% sure that it's not a gold and silver. And
okay.
I'll tell you why.
Okay.
Um, Orange has a silver line on his vest, and Black has a gold line,
Mm-hmm,
and I
mm-hmm,
think
mm-hmm.
that's our representation of gold and silver.
Okay. Okay.
Um, Also, Orange is kind of taking the yellow spot for the year because it is the Battle Fever J thing.
Right. Right.
So I think that's there. I'm not saying it's impossible for us to get a gold and silver because that's just the fallback.
Yeah. Sure. Sure.
But because they have those design flourishes, even though it's a small one, even like their weaponry, their axe is gold and black. So it's it would kind of clash if
Right.
there was a gold and
Right.
silver.
Right. That's true. That's a good point. That is a good point.
Unless the sixth ranger is like a third member of their team,
Right.
which is possible.
Sure.
I think it's going to be something else. I would personally love a Green Ranger for the sixth,
That would be
just because it
nice.
would feel very special at this time. Um, yeah, it's not impossible with the green screen. They just have to use blue screen when he's on there. I mean, we had
Yeah.
Kamen Rider Tycoon and
Yeah.
Geats, and
Yeah.
he
Yeah.
wasn't completely green, but they figured out ways to cheat it when he was
Right.
in different CGI scenes.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think we could get a green. I am I am reasonably sure that no, I want to say sure. I would expect that the Sixth Ranger has a flight theme, just because of the Goonger reference that has been going on.
Okay. Okay.
Um,
Okay.
I don't think we're gonna get some Tokuger crossover. That was revealed at the meeting for BoonBoomger, and Goonger as well. I don't think we're gonna get a lot of trains though, outside of Tokuger stuff, just
Mm.
because Shinkalion has their new series this year,
Oh,
and I
okay.
feel like Bandai doesn't want to directly go against
Yeah, they
any
don't
of
they
that
don't want to
Tomica
compete
stuff.
they don't want to compete with themselves. Sure.
Right, right. So I would say Flight sounds interesting to me. I would also be like, it would be cool to get like an underwater theme. Underwater Six, I always enjoy like Ryuso Gold. Um, was always a favorite of mine, so I could see that too. But I don't know, something feels right about a green six that with with like a helicopter theme or a military theme kind of works, I think, for
Yeah,
this.
yeah. That would be
Um,
cool.
but who knows? It's a good question. I mean, we're gonna find out in 10 days, so I guess stay
Yeah,
tuned.
yeah.
It'll be coming soon.
Sure, yeah.
Um,
Cool. All
yeah.
right. So sounds good. Yeah, sounds good. Oh man, this is exciting stuff. Let me just I think I missed some people in the chat, but they Megadong and they hello, Tokupunk, hello, Sly Rocket. I'm doing well. We are I think Matt's doing well too, right? Right?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good.
Yeah.
I'm getting poorer and poorer as Bandai keeps announcing things.
Sure, yeah.
This goes a couple ways,
Aren't we all?
but health wise, I'm doing great.
Good. Okay, good. I'm glad to hear that. That's good. But yeah, no, if I missed you in the chat, I'm sorry. But oh, hello, Fernando. Hello, hello. Yeah, no, thank you everyone for being here once again. Yeah, like I said, if you're just joining, obviously I'm not alone today. Um, and we're just gonna talk about BoonBoomger. We're gonna talk about the toys and stuff. Oh, good question here. Is there gonna be an evil ranger this year?
So I would be all I'm going to say is I would be surprised if there isn't. That's all I'm going to say on the topic.
Sure.
Yep. I would be. I can go into why I would be surprised. I just can't say exactly why.
Okay.
But the rival ranger thing has been working for them.
Yeah, it seems like it.
As has the enemy boss Common Rider for Common Rider. Those two things
Right.
are very popular. So they're
Mhm.
kind of a default. The risk you run into is kind of like where I am with Common Rider boss riders right now. Is like, yeah, they're cool, but they keep basically releasing the same belt for them. Like it's the LED belt every year, and it's
Right.
cool, but it's like, something else would be but yeah, I would be very surprised if there isn't a Rival Ranger. Actually, in the promo for it's not really a promo that video that they released for BoonBoomger, Black's mecha are fighting against an enemy mecha, and
Oh,
so
yeah.
I don't know if that's necessarily related to an evil ranger. I'm just saying that it does at least point to things like the evil robots that we got in Tokuger, or the evil mecha that we got in Deca Ranger. So something, if not a rival ranger exactly, then maybe something more in that realm, like some kind of evil mecha. I would be surprised if we didn't get it.
Sure.
They
Yeah,
make
no.
they sell too well. Like King Oja Zero did really good.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
you know,
Done with some of this
Murasami stuff
stuff.
is really good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
like an easy decision.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
Okay.
I would be surprised.
All right. Okay. Yeah. No, no, Evil Rangers are just cool. They're just cool.
Yeah, they tend to just be more interesting than the regular villains every time they do it. I mean, Aubrey Killer is my
Yeah.
favorite ranger, so like I'm always up for and like I feel I would argue that Rackley's is probably the best character in King Oger, and like he's technically not, spoiler alert, he's technically uh not an evil ranger, but he does,
Right.
really bad stuff,
He's
and
he's
he
like
kind of
the rival
occupies
ranger
that.
still, yeah.
Yeah,
And like
yeah.
for sure.
So yeah, I am always appreciative of that. Plus, who doesn't want like a monster truck ranger? That would just be awesome.
That'd be cool. A monster truck. That would be sick. Yeah, literally on the monster's
Just
side.
like just eating the cars. Yeah. um
Yeah.
yeah, so I would say, let's see, when did we find out about Don Murasame?
Oh gosh, I don't
We
remember.
if we're getting one, it would probably be like, I think it was third quarter.
We
So
we heard about Okuwaga to Oja like right
oh,
from the
first thing.
get-go.
Yeah,
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 right?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. 'Cause his vinyl was in first quarter, but his other stuff was second quarter. So he
Right.
was shown off, but so yeah, well, honestly could be anytime. I mean, we didn't even hear about Stay Caesar until he showed up in the show. So like,
Oh yeah, huh? That's right.
Yeah, we got Stacy announced like maybe a month before he showed up, and
Mm.
then Stacy Caesar was like announced the week before he transformed. So they could always
Okay.
pull that stuff on us too. Um,
Okay.
yeah,
Mm-mm-mm.
but that's always my favorite. I love Rocket Rangers.
Absolutely. Yeah, 1000%. Okay, cool. Uh, let's see. One more question, because this one I think we have to touch on. What do you guys think
Sure.
about the possible set photo of Red's actor?
Okay, so people are under the belief that it is Prince's actor. I don't see it.
I don't see it
I
either.
I see. Yeah, I see where. So there was a rumor going around that he was going to be Boon Red, but I think it was like rumor, i.e., somebody just kind of made stuff up. I don't think it's impossible for him to be cast in BoonBoomger because had it happened in Super Sentai before.
Sure, sure,
Um,
sure, sure.
like Rangers have been other Rangers. We just had Kaito come back as a another character technically, even though he was still Kaito in some way.
Right,
So it wouldn't be weird. Like he's one of Koichi's students, so he obviously has an in. Um,
right,
I don't.
right.
I think what's happening is people read that rumor and are looking at the picture and going, "Oh, he looks exactly like him," but I don't think he looks anything like him. Also, we don't know that that is the Ranger actor per se. It could just be the stunt actor filling in for him because it's a driving scene.
Right,
So that might not even be the actor himself. It might be the stunt
right,
actor in his clothes.
right. That's
I
that's
don't
what
think
I
it's
was
him.
thinking too.
Prince's actor is like 17, 16. Like
Yeah,
he's a kid.
he's
And this guy
young.
looks like he's 25,
I'm like,
maybe 30.
I'll put the
So
picture up on the screen
yeah,
for people.
I mean I think there's a passing resemblance, maybe if you squint, but yeah. To me, listen, if I'm wrong, cool. I like Prince's actor. I think he can only get better. He's a kid, so like acting wise, he can just get better. And he's a great martial artist. So that would be cool
Right.
just to have in your show. But I don't know. I just feel like it'd be the fact that he's going to be in the Kyoryuger movie coming out. I feel like he's probably too busy to be in BoonBoomger. Like I don't
Yeah, that's a
know.
good
Like
point. That's a good point.
because I
Yeah.
think I think they I think they recently started filming that movie, even though it comes out in April. And I can't see him being on both sets. Like even if he's like a cameo in the movie, I feel like it's gonna be too crazy.
Right.
Um,
You're right.
yeah, I
Yeah.
don't know. Possible,
Yeah.
it's possible, but I don't think it's him. The car looks fantastic.
Your car looks great.
Like
That
that
supercar.
practical, yeah, that looks great. That looks great. So that's
Yeah.
exciting that there's an actual like car prop because sometimes we don't get that.
Yeah, no,
We've
yeah.
missed those. Yeah, like
It's especially with like Common Rider and their bikes, it's nice to see an actual,
I mean, I mean, thankfully, Gold Dash is a practical thing, but
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
they just like kit bashed him into Daybreak's bike, and I don't know if he's going to come back to the show
Yeah.
anymore. Like I
Yeah.
don't know.
I don't know. That's a
I'm
good
trying to
point. I have
remember.
no
I'm
idea.
trying to remember if he came back. Um, yeah. So no, I mean, it looks great. I'm excited. It's rare that we get like on location vehicle scenes in Toku anymore. So that's my biggest takeaway from that picture is like, wow, that scene's going to be really cool. Um, I almost wonder if it's for like an opening credit sequence kind of thing because the way that it's set up doesn't look like they're actually going to drive too far. If it was like if the way that it's framed, like the where like catering looks like it is, and like
Right,
all
right,
the crew, it doesn't look like they're going to dolly shot it too long.
right.
But I could be wrong about that.
Sure,
Um,
sure.
usually they use that. I forget where it is in Japan. They use that like shipping container place that's like all over Kamen Rider Agito if they want to do one of those like long panning vehicle fight scenes. I think they used it in Time Ranger a lot. It's where Time Fire has his debut fight. Or
Oh,
Quantum
okay,
Ranger,
okay.
Time Force people.
Right,
Yeah, because it's like a big stretch of road.
right,
This
right,
just
right.
kind of looks like a dock, and I don't know. I feel like they would be risking the actor like driving the car into the
Sure.
ocean if they tried to,
I mean, yeah.
yeah.
Of course, of course.
as
Okay.
as happens. Yeah, but I mean,
Yeah.
that's my takeaway is that it looks really cool. But
Yeah.
yeah, I think it's Princess actor.
Okay. All right. Cool. Cool. All right.
Prove,
Nice.
prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. Someone prove me wrong.
Yes, but yeah, well, yeah. What chat? What do y'all think? Do y'all think that's Fritz's actor? Yeah. Honestly, I don't see it either. But yeah, I don't know. Okay. Well, let's talk about the toys. Let's talk about the toys
Yeah,
then.
let's do that.
So what we got here, you're not gonna be able to see our faces. I'm gonna switch between the screen and our faces, chat. So my apologies. I don't have the fancy stuff. But yeah, I got a few different sites up right now. And this one here I'm showing right now is actually Matt Hunt's thread on Ranger Board. This goes through all of the information here. It's very, very well put together, I would say.
I
Um,
have a lot of time on my hands recently, so it's going into this.
so we're going to let's just go through this like one by one. The first thing on here is the DX Boon Boon Supercar. So this is the giveaway item. You want to talk about this, Matt? Like, kind of explain
Sure.
what the deal
So
is.
this is for anybody who's not in Japan. This is going to be a little bit of a tough get.
Right.
Basically, I think every show does it now for Bandai. It's you walk into a toy shop that is running the campaign. You say the password, which in this case is BoonBoomger. They hand you the toy. In this case, you do have to put it together. It's like a candy toy release or a gachapon toy release. But you build it, you sticker it, and you have the car. It's completely for free in Japan. It's not going to be free if you're stateside.
Right.
You're going to have to go to like Bai or eBay, Yahoo Japan auctions, one of those places. It shouldn't be too expensive because it's a widely available thing,
Yeah.
but it's going to be a little bit of a pain in the neck to get. Um, yeah, it's the car from the poster, the picture that we were just looking at. It's that car. It's going to be their vehicle, ideally on the show that they drive around in. And it's the first, the first quote unquote deluxe toy that you can get, even though it's not a deluxe toy. From the show. And again, you can get it for free. So that's basically it. I like it. I love the design. Um, it does have another version that you can get a lot easier if you're in the States. So if you don't care about getting every single car, you just kind of want a sampling. It might not be something that you need to get. However, it does have a specific sound that is separate from the other version, which we'll talk about later. So if you're a completionist like me and you want all the sounds, then you are going to have to get both versions because they unlock different sounds.
I mean, you gotta get all the sounds. Come on,
You got it. I just like how the car looks, so that's why I'm getting it.
So
But
do
yeah, it's
I.
completely free. Yeah, if you happen to be in Japan, it's something you can get for free, and I believe the promotion is going to go for at least a couple weeks. So
The only thing is, I
yeah,
wonder because the thing with there was a similar thing with Ryu Soldier where it
yep.
was that orange key. I don't remember.
The beginning where you saw.
Yeah, yeah. But you
Already look how
had
prepared I am, Anthony.
but you had to
Right
be a
there.
kid. Oh, there you go. Yeah, look, oh. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Nice.
Sorry, how to flex. My resources are right there.
I
Yeah, I don't think you have to be a kid. Let me look.
Okay. I hope not, because I'm pretty sure they mentioned during that resold campaign, like you had to be a kid with your
You have to
parent
be a
and the
kid.
kid. Um,
I mean, that wouldn't
with
surprise me. Let me pull up the campaign.
this, it doesn't. I don't know. I'm just looking at the picture that you have on
Yeah.
your thread. I don't see anything about
Let
needing to
me.
be a kid.
Yeah, I don't see anything mentioning like Kodomo Dake no Koto, but let me
Um,
see.
but yeah, because
I know there was.
I remember going to Toys R Us and trying to get it, but they just wouldn't give it to me.
You're like you're not 5. Um.
um,
Okay. So yeah, it has a kid in the picture, but it doesn't. Let me see. お店
okay.
の人、文文中というと、無料で文文するかがもらえるよ。Yeah, it doesn't say anything about a kid. Oh, wait. Hang on.
No.
Maybe it does. Let me double check. Let me translate this and not read this.
I got lucky and I found that Ryusol at like Book Off. Was it Book Off or something? I don't
I,
remember,
I,
but I
I
got
thought you were just
lucky.
gonna say. I thought you were just gonna say I'm lucky. I found a kid walking around the store and then go get
Yes,
it for me.
luckily I stole one from a kid. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I didn't steal anything.
Nakunari jidai shuryo desu. So until supplies last, basically, is what I mean.
Okay.
対象は小学生以下のお子様です。Oh yeah, so it is targeted at kids.
Oh man. All
お子
right.
様以下までです。Yeah, I mean, I think honestly, it depends on how crazy it's going to be. I think if there's not a lot of, I mean, as a fan, I hope that a lot of kids are going to be excited about it and trying to get it.
Sure.
But I think if they're not giving them away like crazy, they'll probably be fine giving it to you. But it does say, yeah, Taisho, the target is for elementary school children and
Figured so.
and under. So that's what it says. Yeah.
I
Sorry, that
figured
was
so.
small print. So
Yeah, no, for sure, for
yeah.
sure. Yeah, I figured so. Okay, well, bye
So we got to
then.
try our best.
Bye.
Yep. Try our best. Try our
Yeah,
best.
yeah. We'll try. Maybe I'll try if I feel like embarrassing myself. More than I already do in
Do you have
Japan. Um,
do you have a nephew or
I
something on
know,
your wife's
I know.
side you can
I
take
got.
for the day?
Let me. Hey, lady, can I borrow your kid for a second? Can I?
Listen, I need to get this little car, and I need your kid.
Yeah,
That
did your
should
kid?
go real well.
Yeah, no, no.
They really love gaijin approaching
Oh
parents
yeah.
in Japan and asking about
Oh yeah,
children.
they love it. They love
So,
that over here. Yeah, totally. Oh my God. Okay, well,
okay, that's
yeah,
that's that.
yeah, that's
So that'll
that.
be a little bit of a challenge. Um, let's see.
Um, okay.
After that,
And then after that,
yeah,
let's talk about the changer. Yeah?
sure. So they
Yeah.
just did a big article on this on Bandai blog. There's a BoonBoomger Robo one coming out next Friday. But they talked about this and how like they really wanted it to not look like a cheap toy, so they like went all out with the paint, like it's metallic paint. They painted the
Yeah.
entire front. They
I
wanted it to
noticed
look like
that.
yeah, they wanted it to look like a new car, like they wanted that feeling. But they also didn't want it to be super expensive, and they made sure they brought up the point like it's the first changer since the Excellular and Bokenger, probably on purpose because of how similar they are. But it's the first changer since then that's priced in the 3,000 yen price range.
Oh, is it?
Is what they were saying. Yeah, because
Oh,
that's cheap. I mean, especially now,
yeah, that's
I
right.
mean, Amazon Japan right now for whatever reason the shipping is dumb. Like I was just checking out things there. I have most of my stuff pre-ordered already, but I was just checking things out just so like I could recommend things to people. And it was like I had the 3 vinyls in my cart and the handle and maybe like one other thing, and the shipping was like $100.
Oh. Which is
Yeah, like what?
Oh. Yeah,
For
that's
what? Like for
yeah,
what?
for
No.
what? For what? What did I pay for?
The vinyls are like $5 each. There's no worth it. But yeah, I
Oh
mean
my
I love this thing. I think
God.
for 3,000 yen, whatever it is, that it comes out to with tax, you're getting. I mean, there's 120 confirmed sound patterns in this thing, which means because there's 2 sounds per car that is read. And that when I say car, I mean every item in the line. So like it reads the Boon Boon handle, it reads BoonBoomger Robo.
Right.
There's gonna be like 240 sounds, right, packed into this thing for what is right now like $20 USD.
Right.
That's really good, I think, in my opinion, and it looks good. It can interact with the entire line. I just like it, and I like a wrist changer. I'm a I'm nostalgic for those. We don't get them
Sure.
too often anymore, and I
Sure.
just like it. So yeah, I
Sure.
dig it. Um, how it works basically, you have a pedal, quote unquote, on the side that you tap. You hit it 3 times. The biggest thing about this changer and probably the entire line is that Rika Matsumoto voices it. Um,
Yeah.
who, if you don't know, if you're not familiar with Rika Matsumoto, she is the voice of Satoshi in the Japanese uh, Japanese dub, I guess is the best way to say it, Pokemon.
Yes.
But
Ash.
she is a Super Sentai. Yeah, she is Ash Ketchum. She is a Super Sentai alum, so that's exciting too. She voiced Arthur G6 in Five Man.
Oh,
And
okay.
she also sang, yeah, she sang the theme to Kamen Rider Ryuki as well. Because
Oh, I didn't know that.
she used to be in Jam Project, and then she left because when
Okay.
you're the star of Pokemon, you don't have a human schedule. So
Right,
um,
right.
now she's not. So I guess she was able to do something for Super Sentai. So that's exciting. Yeah. So you have the push lever. You push it a couple times to transform. It revs. It has an actual like speedometer dial that goes with what you're pressing, which is pretty cool. And then there's a wheel on the bottom which you can spin either with your finger or, as they demonstrated in the video, kind of Bokenger-esque along your arm. And that's how you transform. So you have it. It reminds me a little bit of the brace from Ninja. The Chozetsu brace, I think is what it's called.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
his super mode or whatever.
his super form brace. Yeah, because the brace itself actually has no functionality as a changer. It's the speedometer that is actually doing all of the work.
Right, right,
Uh,
right.
but because of how the system works, the changer brace actually acts as a boon card. So that's like your uh, that gives you your sounds when you're docked. For
Right, right,
example, if you're
right.
doing like
As seen here.
I don't know, like a finisher sound with it, it's when it's locked into there. That's the I think the changer is the seventh. I think it's number 7. It's code number 7 out of 120. Um, so yeah, I like it. I think it's a really cool changer, and again for that price, I think it's worth it. For me, it's going to depend on obviously if you like collecting changers, but this kind of gives you all your sounds for the mecha too, so that's a big plus.
And it's so cool that you can just put all these cars on it, man. That's gonna be
Yeah, and it reads all the cars. So
that's gonna be
Gachapon,
cool.
Candy, Deluxe. Like you can get this and not. I'm pretty sure you can get this and not get any of the Deluxe Mecha. Just get Candy and Gachapon and still probably be mostly okay. I think we're gonna get Alders and Gachapon candy form. That usually is how it works.
That's
We were
cool.
talking before how it's very Tokuger like, and that was
It's
Tokuger gave you everything 3 times over. You got the whole team in Candy, you got the whole team in Gachapon, and you got the whole team in Deluxe. So
yeah, yeah. No, it's really, I like that look. I like the look of it. I like the metallic paint they use and everything. The
yeah, I
speedometer
like
aspect.
I like the white that we're getting. Like white is the main color for a lot of the
Yeah,
line here.
yeah.
It feels like fresh, different.
It's like
Um,
almost classic, you know, like a
yeah, very classic. And the changer, of course, has a lot of capability with the next item on the list, which is the Boon handle. This is
yes,
the sidearm for red, blue, and pink. So what we forgot to mention, I guess, is that the changer is only for red, blue, and pink, not orange and black.
right.
So it's only their changer. The handle has 3 modes. It's I've seen a lot of people comparing it to Fize's
Oh,
like
yeah,
sword thing.
right.
It does look like it. You have uh, a rod mode, which looks like a screwdriver. It
Okay.
actually has screwdriver sounds, so they'll probably be doing like screwdriving attacks on the show. You have gun mode, which is basically the same as handle mode. You just kind of use a different trigger. And then handle mode, which is like a little driving game. They were showing it off in the Bandai Mania um, demonstration. It actually senses your movement. So when you turn the wheel, it actually recognizes it, which is probably why it's a little bit too expensive. I view it as expensive. It's almost 5,000 yen. I think it's a little bit expensive, but it is a pretty decent size. In driving mode, you can attach the changer to the center, and then you get more sounds out of it. Um, so yeah, I mean, I think it's cool. For me, who has like all these like a lot of Super Sentai toys, I like that you can fold it up into the gun mode, and it's a little bit more shelf friendly. I
Yeah.
appreciate that.
Yes,
Yeah, I think
yes.
I mean it's cool. It's not it's I like the metallic blue paint that they used. Um it fits the theme. I don't for me the changer is just kind of the standout there, and I just kind of feel like this is an accompaniment to that.
Exactly. Yeah, I feel the same way. Like it's like the changer is going to be the main kind of thing.
Right. Like I think if the changer wasn't what it was, I don't think this would be as appealing to pick up. But
Right.
because the changer is what it is, this is interesting. Plus I like the driving mode is cool. Kids are gonna get a kick out of that, I think.
Right, right,
Um,
right.
yeah, so that's that. Um,
Nice. Nice.
the
Cool.
next item is not officially revealed by Bandai yet, but that's okay. It was featured in one of the posters that came out
Yeah.
over the last couple of days, and that is the Boon Boon Change Axe. This is the changer for Black and Orange. So it has the main mode, which is an axe. It also has a rod mode, which is like a little sword, and then it has a handle mode as well, a driving mode. But it's more like a whole driving console. Kind of looks like the the console from BoonBoomger when they had their wheel gun thing.
It does look like
Um,
that.
a little bit. So yeah, so same deal here. As the Boon Boon Changer, you have their speedometer, Black and Oranges, which is gold, kind of steampunkish, and has a siren on top of it. You can take that off. That's how they transform. You do the same thing. It also reads the cars. Um, it also can plug into BoonBoomger Robo. The same stuff that the other changer can do, it can do. We just don't know how many sounds it can recognize as compared to the main changer. But I like it. I like steampunk stuff, and I think black and gold is an easy win for me. I
Oh,
just
yeah.
like
Of
how those
course.
look, you know?
Of course. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Vital Rivera says,
We don't have
where did they find these weapons? Home Depot? Yes.
so yeah, maybe. I think part of the like the flavor text that came out when they first revealed the show is that they're going to make a lot of their own arsenal. Um, so we have to like wait and see like how true that is in the show, but it does. They are going for like a you know things you would find in like a shed kind of thing,
Ha ha ha.
screwdrivers and axes and that kind of thing.
Right,
Yeah, there's
right.
no release date. So this comes out in April. Unlike the other stuff, because it's not officially announced, we don't have a exact date. Most of the stuff right now comes out March 2nd.
Hmm.
Um, I'll notate the ones that don't, but most of it comes out March 2nd.
Right, right.
So after
Exactly.
that, we have the big boy, and I think we're gonna spend a little bit of time on this because we
We
have that
are.
article.
We do.
So Boon Boon Jirobo, I'm so excited to get this guy. He
This
is
is
very
he
cool.
Yeah, definitely reminds me of like Lupat, but like better.
Yep, Loop had but done with a little bit more thought. I feel like. Um, I liked Good Striker, but I feel like after the initial 6 mecha, they kind of just went a little bit too off the wall for me. And
Hmm.
it was just kind of like it was too much like random stuff. Like just a lot of stuff that didn't really mesh well together. And then they also kind of forgot that the Pat Ranger were part of the show, and then like yeah, it was a whole thing. Um,
Yeah.
but this guy's very cool. The transformation is really fun. The gate mode is really fun. The auto transforming. So basically, any car in this line, you put the trailer into gate mode, you run those cars through the trailer, and it auto transforms those cars into their attack mode. And then you can combine them with the robot. It's 3 modes. It has a trailer mode, gate mode, and the robot mode. So it can be a robot all on its own. It will appear as it's supposed to appear in the show in ground fights as well. In that singular robot mode. So we'll see if that is still happening. But yeah, I love it. I think it just looks really cool. And we have this really nice article which we can
Yes. Yes, I will
we
switch
can
over
switch
here.
over.
Yeah.
And this just came out
Mm. This
from
was today.
Kodansha
This was today.
today.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
So
So
yeah.
yeah, we're
Um,
gonna let's look at this.
yeah.
Yeah, but it has a bunch of pictures, got a bunch of info, and yeah, we just kind of find out stuff about this. Yeah, yeah, do
Yeah.
your thing, man. What's up with this? What
Sure.
do we got?
So the first picture is what you get when you buy Boon Boon Jirobo. So these four mecha come in any release of Boon Boon Jirobo, of which there are several. So you get Boon Boon Trailer, which is Red's mecha, Boon Boon Wagon, which is Pink's, and Boon Boon Off Road, which is Blue. And then you get this little cute guy whose name is BoonBot.
Is there a
And
face
BoonBot's
to it, or like I can't even.
yeah, there is. If you go, let's see. If you scroll down, there's a better picture.
Oh, okay. He does have a face. Oh, look at
Yeah,
him.
yeah. He's a little cute guy.
Okay.
So what's interesting about him is that Bandai Mania didn't show him at all.
No.
And I think except on packaging, he's like on the side of the package because he's included in these sets. I personally think that he's going to be the helmet of a super combination. Because right now, even in this blog, they're like teasing that his purpose is being left a mystery, and there's nowhere for him to go on the robot right now. Like he's not in the combination; he's kind of just chucked into the set.
Right.
So to me, even like looking at, he kind of looks like a head that is missing its face a little bit.
Okay.
Because like his little like visor thing kind of looks like it could be the visor of a robot, like if the face would go like right here, it would look like a robot. But yeah, that's my pet theory.
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, that's
I would say
what you
that's a.
get. You get those four.
I would say that's a good guess.
I don't know what else he could be. Like otherwise what's the point of it?
What's the point of having this little guy? Someone's saying, I bet he will be voiced by Rika Matsumoto. I mean, maybe.
That'd be cool.
That'd be cool. I'd be down. And Megadong says, bro, that's the small robot from Megaforce.
It kind of is, isn't it?
It kind of is. I didn't think about that.
What was his name? It was them mispronouncing Tenso. Tensu, right?
Yeah, Tensu, yeah. Okay.
Saban.
I know, Saban. I don't really know. Actually, we got a question earlier about like if we found out anything about the final combination, but no, we haven't.
The final combination?
Not yet. We're kind of early. Yeah,
we're early.
Very early.
I think King Oger like messed a lot of people up because of what they did with the mecha situation. Like
yes,
with God Oger being final, but it's showing up in the middle of the show.
Right. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's why they were asking.
Yeah. No. We're nowhere near that. We have like we're gonna get a super combination probably end of April, and then we'll get the Sixth Ranger stuff first, and then there'll probably be a combination there, and then we're gonna get a lot of stuff, especially that are on BoonBoomger Robo.
Right.
Like you can put all of the cars that are available now in the deluxe line. You can put on him at once. He has enough ports to have everybody on there.
So you can basically so you mean all the ones that are shown right, like officially shown as listings right now. Yeah. You could put all of them on. Yeah. So how many is that? Like 8?
So he has
how many is that?
8 or 9?
8? Is that 8?
I think it's 8. Yeah, it's 8.
So you can put all 8 on the Robo.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, which is why my belief is that BoonBot is the head for the super combination, because we'll get to the 4 robot set that's coming out in April, but they're packaging all of them together. Usually when they do that, it hints at some kind of combination. Otherwise, there would be no point in putting them all together like that. But yeah, you can throw all 8 cars on at the same time. He has joints on his shins, on his arms, on his shoulders, and then one on his head. And then there's the port on the back for the changer. So I don't know if you could also use that for. I guess you couldn't use it because it would be the opposite side of the connector. But yeah,
okay.
Basically, the blog just goes through how he transforms into gate mode.
Yeah, I'm looking at that right now. The gate mode looks really cool.
I really like this.
Yeah, it's such a good concept. Like I like that you just put the car through it and they transform. That's sick.
It's very. I saw somebody, and I hate that I'm stealing this from them, but I saw somebody comment either on Twitter or on Ranger Board that the whole line feels very tactile. Like it's all about like you have to actually physically do something with each item in the toy line. Like it's not passive. It's like they're auto transforming, but actually have to push them through the trailer. I think it's a very smart like thing to market to kids because they have to really like actively play with the stuff.
Right.
So yeah, that's cool. Yeah, it's just different examples of gate mode. And then from gate mode you can transform. If we go to the next page,
Next page. Let's go to the next page.
yeah. All the Boon Boon cars have attack modes. It's similar, I think, to Kyoryuger for me, where when you put the battery in, their like attack mode activates.
Right,
Same idea,
right,
just
right.
without the battery. So off road is a screwdriver, and wagon is a giant hand. Yeah, the transformation is pretty simple into BoonBoomger Robo, but it's also really cool.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know, it just feels interesting. So you kind of like fold it back together from gate mode, and then the arms come down, the wheel chassis on the back comes down, and the one wheel flips to the back, and the one wheel turns to be the top of the head,
Yeah,
which
that
I find really
I
cool.
like
That's really cool.
I
It's
like
really
the
really cool.
helmet. Yeah, yeah, I like how that transforms. It's
Like
so interesting.
I like that it just snaps into place. And then
Right.
yeah, you flip open the what was the ramp and gate mode, and it becomes like wings, like a cape.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
he
cool.
looks really cool. And we'll get there, but this blog has some exciting stuff. So yeah, then you have to finish transforming these to combine them yourself. They pop
Mhm.
open, and then you kind of finish it and attach it to the arms or the legs or the shoulders, wherever you want, really. And you can attach them without transforming them too, which is
Okay.
probably how we'll. Yeah, I'm assuming that some of them will be untransformed when we get to like the super combination, just so
Hmm.
that it looks a little bit more organized. But yeah,
Right.
that's it. That's Moon Moon Jarobo. So what
Okay.
I'm excited about, and people were worried about, because we've had the last 2 years, we've had articulated robots.
Yes.
We knew going into this because of the way that it transformed that it wasn't going to be as articulated as Don Oni Taijin or King Oger. But this blog does show that the legs do move. It's just that it's limited. So
Right.
there's no knee joint, there's no elbow joint on this guy, and I think that's all for stability because of how he transforms and how he has to carry the other mecha.
Right.
But you can move the legs forward at least, and that is more
Yes.
than most Super Sentai robots.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Honestly.
so I think it's a good compromise. I think they knew the gimmick that they wanted to accomplish. I think they did that. I think it's a really cool gimmick, and then I think
Yeah.
they tried to like put as much articulation in as they could.
Right. Yeah.
Um,
They
but yeah, I
honestly
think
they didn't really need to do that. They really
no,
didn't need to like do the like have the legs move at all, honestly.
no, no. I mean they didn't show it off in Bandai Mania. I thought they didn't move at all.
Yeah.
But the fact that they do is cool. Um, yeah, and it's also they move and they don't have to move for any of the other modes. So this is put in there for articulation. Um,
Yeah.
so it's cool. The arms ratchet around 360, so you have full range of motion with those. It's just that the elbows do not bend, and I think again that's just because of where the cars connect.
Right.
If they put those elbows in there, those knees in there, I think when you have the different cars on, especially when you have more and more, he's gonna fall over. Kind of like what happened with Extreme King Oger, where
Yes.
like you hit a point. God King Oger, thankfully, is a little bit better, even though it's a pain to
To put
construct.
together. Yes.
Once it's together though, it's a little bit more solid. But Extreme King Oger, it's beautiful, but if you look at it wrong, it falls over.
Another,
So I
yeah, and
would
also and like another like it's you put the whole thing together, right? Like for God King Oger, like King Oger
yeah,
itself is like super articulated, but then once you start putting
yep,
on all these pieces, it's like how can you even move this? So it's
it doesn't move at that point. Yeah. So
yeah,
I personally, and maybe I'm in the minority here. I almost rather something like Boon Boon where it's slight articulation, but it's still very sturdy, so that when you get to those bigger combinations, it might still have that slight articulation. Like you don't have a lot of articulation, but you're not losing much
right,
even. Like
right, right.
That's kind of where I sit with it.
Right.
Yeah, I think we're gonna get a lot of cars this year. So he'll be
Yes.
doing a lot of heavy lifting. Yeah,
Absolutely.
but it's just showing you the rest of the blog is just showing you that what you can do with him. And then the last page kind of gives you all 6 of those joints. They are leaving out the head.
Uh-huh.
They are leaving out the head joint. So there is a 7th joint because the different modes he does get other
Right.
helmets that
He gets
attach
other
on there,
right.
but you can't put a full car on his head. It's only
Okay.
for those helmet pieces.
Oh yeah,
Um,
yeah. As you
yeah,
can
but
see
yeah.
here, yeah, there's the cars on his
So basically,
shoulders.
yeah, you have enough for the 8 cars that are out right now. You can put all of them on here because 6 of them will go in the joints, and then 2 of them go as weapons in his hands.
Okay, hold on. I gotta.
So
Well, hold on. Aaron,
yeah,
Aaron
go ahead.
Chan, how are you guys not able to move King Oger and its combination, but I can? You can. So you're telling me you can move God King Oger? Like you can move his
Listen,
hands, his arm, his
listen.
legs.
You can move it, but you're playing with faith when you move it. Like that's what I'm talking about. Like you can move it. Like you can move his arms up and down. His feet don't move. Like
I'm just like,
I'm trying to like yeah.
I don't
No, I don't.
know. I don't know
No,
about
I don't think so. I think you can move his arms, but that's really about it. There's so much weight on the back with Tarantula. I don't blame them. It's what they had to do. It's like this is how they designed it, so they made it work. But yeah, once you hit God King Oger, that's a display piece. You're not,
Right.
and I think that sucks if you're a little kid because one, the toy is probably about the size of you if you're in the core audience of Super Sentai,
Yeah,
and then you
sure.
can't really do anything with it.
Yeah.
I'm not hating on it because I love God King Oger. I'm just
Oh
saying from the
yeah.
perspective of like articulation, I think it like goes against what they were trying to do. Yeah.
Right,
So yeah,
right.
you can put all the deluxe cars so far. You can put um because 2 of the cars are actually 3 of the cars are weapons. So 3 of the cars are meant to be held in the robot's hands, but all of the cars can be used in their car mode on the joints. So you can
Okay.
kind of pick and choose what you want to display as a weapon
Okay.
as it's yeah. So for me who has like I collect all the robots, having something where every single car in the line, even Candy and Gachapon, you can put them on the robot
Mm.
is very helpful. Especially if we're gonna get more robots who I would assume have the same kind of joints. So it should be pretty easy to make sure like your collection doesn't look like a mess, which makes me happy. Um,
Of course, yeah,
yeah,
for sure.
the rest of that's just showing off like how like varied you can be with the combination. Um, you can put them on the shoulder, on the back, and then he also can combine with the changer. You can put the changer on his back for the
Yes.
finishing move for the robot.
It's
So
pretty, it looks
really,
pretty
if you
cool.
wanted to, if you were like really strapped for space, you could probably chuck the brace
Yeah.
part like in a drawer or leave it in the box, and you could
Mhm.
just have the speedometer on the back of the robot.
Yeah, that's true.
Um,
That's a good point. You could do that. That's a good point.
yeah, I mean, I believe it has an off switch too, so it's not constantly going to be on. Like,
Yeah.
what was it? The Nin Shuriken had that problem that like
Mhm.
you couldn't shut them off.
Yes, 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 yes. Yeah,
Yeah, but
I mean, a few
this
things.
doesn't have that. You could shut it off and leave it on the back. I might do that honestly
Mm,
because I like the way that looks. Yeah, but
sure.
that's it for the article.
Nice.
Um,
So
yeah,
there's a couple
so
of questions. I do want
sure.
to, will Boon Black and Orange have their own mech? Yes, yeah. Well, kind of. Yeah, well, they have their own vehicles that are going to be able to go onto the trailer.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
and
Which
we'll
we'll get
take.
to. I think
Yeah,
I'm assuming they're asking if like they will have their own
like
uh
robot.
robot. Yeah.
Yeah, not necessarily. Like it's their
So yeah,
own
it's
combination.
yeah, it's more like Ryu Soldier. Um, so far, like
Yeah, sure.
yeah. So it's yeah, like kind of like if you think of Ryuso Green has his Tiger Lance combination with
Right, exactly.
yeah, it's that.
It's
Right,
that.
their mecha go on the main robot, and then they are in control of it. We're gonna get a second robot. That's kind of,
I mean, that's obvious.
that's expected.
Yeah.
But whether it'll be my assumption is it's going to be more like how Tokuja did it, where it was just kind of like a separate second robot, and then it didn't really have anything to do with the main team. Like Red piloted it, but it was its own thing.
Mm.
They could get a robot. Like there's nothing saying that they can't, but right now
Sure.
I don't think that's in what they're trying to do.
And then can you put the Boon cars in the Boon truck? The trailer.
Uh, so I think
Maybe on
there was
the top. I don't know.
on the top. Yeah, there's space on the top. So I think there was a mistranslation from the toy meeting that said that the trailer actually stored the cars.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't store the cars. I think they were misinterpreting what gate mode was, because you put the cars through in gate mode. But yeah, there is like a well on the top of the trailer that you could, in theory, throw a couple of cars in, and
You could.
they would say, yeah.
It looks fun. That would be fun. That would be cool if they released just a trailer for the purpose of that, just like for the purpose of like
Holidays.
carrying like.
I mean, I always subscribe to the need for carry a mecha, especially if they actually hold all the mecha, but
Yeah.
it's tough. Any other questions so far?
I think that. What does the promotional supercard turn into?
So the red supercar is a gun.
Oh, okay. Oh, I see what they mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, that's
Yeah,
a gun. Right. Okay.
We're not. I'm assuming the other version of the supercar, which we're about to, does the same thing, but yeah, the front hood pops open and there's a gun barrel. It's a very simple transformation. You just throw it on the arm.
All right.
Yeah. All right. So
Cool.
as I mentioned, going through the blog there, you can buy the mecha this year in like 80,000 ways. My recommendation to everybody is what's next, which is the Bakuage start set. That gets you BoonBoomger Robo, the Changer, and then the Bakuage mode version of the supercar. So it's the same exact design of the red supercar, but it's in a like Tron coloration.
Yeah, it's
so
like
black with, like, a neon
that one car from Drive. What's it called again?
blue.
The movie one.
New Trideron? Is it New
it's
Trideron?
Is that something like that? Yeah.
Something like
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's cool.
So it's a great paint scheme. They did the same coloration on Inu Brother Robotaro 2 years ago. Well, 2 years ago. So yeah, I recommend this set just if you're going to be collecting, if you want every single car, because to get this version of the supercar, you have to either buy this set or a Toys R Us exclusive set. Only way to get it.
Right. Yeah.
So if you're thinking like, I want to wait and get like a bigger set of the mecha, which I understand, you're missing out on this one car, and then you got to like hope that it pops up on eBay or something, and I would say it makes more sense to get this. So yeah, same stuff that you get in BoonBoomger Robo. So the 4 mecha that are in there, and then you get the supercar. So you get 5 mecha and a changer. I think it's a good deal. There is a version of the set that is just the robot and the changer. So if you're shopping for it, please be careful and make sure that you're getting the right one. Like it's a different box entirely. It's just, so make sure that you see the supercar on the box. That's the one that you want.
Yes, there's two. They're separated on the Bandai website too. Like there's one specific listing with and without the cars.
Right, because the one with the supercar is technically a first purchase bonus. So once stock of that is gone, it's gone. Like they're not going to remake that one. They'll have the package, but it won't have that.
And they're the same price too, so you might as well get the extra car.
So there's literally zero incentive to not get the supercar. Like it's just they want you to get it. There's no All right, so now we're gonna move on to Black and Orange's mecha, which I think are really cool, especially Black. 'Cause I really like Black's
I
mecha.
really, yeah, I was
Um,
gonna say, I really like the when I was watching the trailers, I really like the chompy thing that the black one does.
yeah. It's cool. I don't know if it's supposed to be like a police dog or if it's like a Jaws of Life thing.
Oh, oh,
Um,
okay, that would be okay.
yeah, trying to figure it out. I think it kind of looks kind of sort of like a dog, maybe. I don't know.
I don't know. It's hard to tell.
It's got spikes. It has spikes on it. And it
Yeah.
chomps. But yeah, so we have Pato Car 1
Hmm.
and Pato Car 2. Very creative
Yes.
names for the
Very,
mecha.
absolutely.
Basically, police car, patrol car 1, patrol car 2. Patrol car 2 is well, we'll start with 1. Patrol car 1 is your standard black and white police car. That's all it is. Its attack mode is this kind of like chompy thing with a like a spiked center, so it can kind of
Yeah.
like bite things.
Right.
And then yeah, and then Pato Car 2 is a paddy wagon. Um,
Yes.
and it's purple, which I always love purple mecha. And then its attack mode is it has kind of hidden guns that pop out. Um, so you can get those as single releases, or you can get them as set. So you get two of those.
Yes.
The next item is the Boom Boom Police set. So that comes with both of Black's mecha, and then yeah, you take those two, you combine them with the trailer, and then you get Black's robot. Basically,
What?
is how they're working it here.
Why do you think they did that? Because like I was like looking at this and like, oh, they're selling them separately, but also in a set. Like I feel like that's overkill, but I don't know. Like what?
So
Like
my my initial reaction is just they're doing it for parents.
oh, that's what I
Um,
figured too.
yeah. So if you think of it like this, um, these are fairly pricey. Like they're 15. Let's say 1,400 yen before tax for each car, right?
Yes, it's on
So you're gonna be
on the
paying like
Bandai website. I think they're like, let me check. Yeah, 1540.
yeah, it's probably 1540, right? So like that's I mean they're these cars are like this, right? Like that's kind of expensive. Um,
Small.
they're small, right? So I think it's just a matter of some families are not going to have the budget to buy the set.
Right.
It might be more cost effective to like if maybe the kid is asking for a toy to like okay you can buy one. And then there's also the idea of like, well, maybe some of the fans that are kids that are buying these themselves, and their allowance is probably only going to be 1,000 yen a week, something like that. So
Yeah.
I think that's where that comes from. Excuse me. Um, yeah, that's. I mean, they've been doing it for a while now. This year it does feel a little bit like extra. Like there's so many sets.
There's a
Like it's
lot.
just kind of weird.
There's a lot of sets. I
Um,
feel,
I
and they're
think I
selling
think
like pretty much more or less the same thing, but like there's
yeah
just so
yeah
many
I
different ways in getting
I
these.
mean, if you want a really cynical take, I can tell you what my cynical take is.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, there's if you're like a serious collector in Japan, you will buy every variant that they release.
Wow, that is
So the
cynical.
more variants they have, you're gonna buy it. Like I've seen people buy just for the
Oh,
box alone, just because the
hell,
box is there, right?
Japanese collectors are
I
crazy.
yeah, I'm not there. That's not me. That's not my journey.
Me neither. Me
But
too.
yeah, but that could be one thing, and then also just another. If I might throw out another option out there, because you can use each car individually with the trailer, they might just be trying to hit all their bases. Like, let's say you're somebody who you're only going to collect the main robot, but then maybe one of the Boom Boom cars comes out and it's really cool. You like that one car, but you have no interest in any of the other cars. It might just be a better
Mm,
deal for you to be like, well, I really like Pat Pat one, but I don't really need Pat two, or vice versa.
right.
Like Pat two, Pat two makes guns, right? So like that works by itself. So you can get
Mm,
that and be fine. Like you need guns for the robots, so you just buy that one. Like I could see that as well. Um,
right.
but it
Okay.
is it is a little strange just because of how many sets there are.
Yeah, there's
Um,
a lot.
but Yeah, that's what it is. For me personally, I went with I bought the set for black and the set for orange, but the other set that's available, I did the single releases just because of how they release.
And we'll get
All
there
this
when we
black and
get
orange
there.
merch, yeah, all this black and orange merch is actually coming out on April 6th, so it's going to be a while after the first wave of stuff.
Yeah, that's a
Um,
while.
it's a while. It's another month. They're as I hear it, they're not going to be in the show from the get go, so it's going to take a little bit of time for them to join up. So
Sure, that makes
maybe
sense.
episode 2 or 3 they'll probably pop up, I imagine. Next up is orange stuff, which again I think is really cool, though I would say I probably prefer black's mecha, just because I think these look a little bit, I don't want to say generic because I don't hate how they look, but they almost look not Super Sentai in a way
Right.
to
No,
me.
I see what you mean. I see what you mean. Yeah, they're very
They're
like,
good.
yeah,
They're
generic.
like yeah, not in a bad way. Like in
Right,
a
right,
they look like what they're supposed to be.
right.
So we have Boon Boon Shovel and Boon Boon Dozer. Those are Orange's partner mecha. They do by the way point out that Orange and Black's mecha are partners, but Pink and Blue's aren't. So that's interesting.
Oh, huh. Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
That is interesting.
Boon Boon Trailer is the team's partner, but Wagon and Off Road they did not say partner. They only said that for Black and Orange's mecha and the trailer. So I'm wondering if some mecha are sentient, some are not. I don't know.
Oh, huh.
Yeah,
Okay,
because
interesting.
trailers trail. So he should maybe talk. I don't know.
Right, because
Um,
like initial leaks were
yeah,
like the robot was gonna fight with them on the ground.
yeah,
Is
yeah,
that still the
yeah.
case?
So that's as far as I know. That's still the case. Yeah.
Okay, okay, all right, interesting.
So we'll see. We'll see.
I like the
But
like the
I
faces
like.
on these are like so angry.
Oh, they're so fun.
I love it.
So a lot of people have been a lot of people comparing them to X8 eyes.
Ah,
And they do have that look.
that's
They
what
do
it's
have that look.
from. Because I'm like,
Um,
these kind of remind me of something. Transformers? Nah, that
yeah,
can't be it.
yeah. I mean, it definitely has a little bit of a Transformers thing, but yeah,
Yeah,
there's like an
like
X8 vibe.
Bumblebee
Um,
right here, you know?
yeah. So yeah, so you can get Orange's mecha the same way, separate, where you can get them in the builder set.
Yes.
It's the same prices. All the cars are around 1,500 yen. The sets are double that. So that's where your math is for that.
Right,
Um,
yeah. Definitely gonna get the
now we
double
now we get it.
sets.
Yeah, for the most part,
Yeah.
except for this one coming up. So the next one is Boom Boom Classic, which is a classic car, like a Rolls Royce
Yes.
kind of thing. I love
Yes.
this design.
This is cool.
This is
This is
awesome.
really cool.
And this kind of ties back into what I was saying. Like this comes out in March, right? This is out on the 2nd, but its partner car doesn't come out until April 20th. So
Right.
that's a big gap. But I'm assuming that because this turns into a sword, I think maybe Boon Boon Jirobo uses this from the get go. Like he just has this probably in his arsenal. So yeah, so that comes out in the 2nd. It's great color. I love like that metallic pink that they went with.
Yeah.
It's really really cool.
The metallic paint they're using on these cars or some of these toys,
It's
like it's nice. I like
it looks
it.
good. And honestly, I think that might be where some of the added cost is coming in
Right,
because paint
yeah.
is not.
That would
And
make
I don't know.
sense.
I don't mind paying a little bit more for good paint because we've had some years where
Where it just
things were
doesn't.
just like, yeah, doesn't
Yeah.
exist.
Right.
Um, so yeah,
Now it doesn't
that's out of the
exist.
2nd. So it depends on you as the buyer. Like if you're okay with waiting for the set, get
Right.
the set, especially if you're not in Japan because you are probably going to save
Right.
a little
Right.
bit of money.
Right.
But if you're like me and you want things like as they come out on the show, you're gonna have to get it. So after
I'm probably gonna
classic, we have
wait, honestly. I'll probably
yeah, no,
wait.
I don't blame you.
Yeah.
It's honestly not that big of a wait. Like if I was more patient, I probably would, but I'm just not. And I like being honest with myself. So the final deluxe car for now, and I stress for now, is Boon Boon Racing. It is a red race car.
Yes. Yes.
It is the partner to Classic. So that comes out on the 20th of April.
Yes.
And I love this design too.
This is good.
It looks like we had like the new Trideron. This looks like regular Trideron to me.
Yeah.
Um,
Does.
a little bit. So this kind of his attack mode is like it almost has like fangs that fold out.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
yeah.
That's cool.
And then you get the set of the both. And so this is my favorite combination so
Oh,
far,
mine
which is
too.
yeah,
Dude, Knight looks sick. Like
so cool.
when I saw that teaser, I was like,
In
yo,
the
he
video on
with
top of the
the
mountain with the story, yeah.
with music
So
and
cool.
everything, that was
So
sick.
cool. So I'm very excited to see this in the show. So yeah, this set, which is the night set, that comes out on the 20th as well. The combinations that we have are BoonBoomger Robo, which is with blue and pink, BoonBoomger Robo Police, which is black's mecha, BoonBoomger Robo Builder, which is orange's mecha, and then BoonBoomger Robo Knight, which is just another pair of two mecha that seem to be tied to red, but it might just be like
Mm.
a team use kind of thing.
Yeah, it's kind of like more towards red, but like also could be used by the team type of deal.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I assume they didn't color it pink on accident. Like it might for
Right.
classic. Like I would assume there's some use there. Yeah, that's that. Then one of the last items for quarter one is the Bakuage 4 Robo set.
Yes. This looks
So
cool.
if you it is a great pack. So this is what I'm talking about. Like I think people would buy this just for the box art.
It's
Like
sick.
and have no problem with it. So this is if you are looking to get all the mecha in one go. It actually says all in one set on the top. They're being very direct about it. The only downside is you don't get the changer in this, and you don't get the supercar, right? So you're missing out on those two things,
And you're waiting more time. It's like you have
and
to
you're
wait
waiting till the 20th. So
of April of the next month
yeah,
to get this
yeah.
stuff. So
So we can't see the back of the box, but this release is what convinces me that we're probably going to get a Super Gatai involving those cars.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Um,
And you know what?
because of the way they're saying.
I don't see Boonbot.
No, they don't show it. So that's the thing. They like they're hiding Boombot for some reason, and it's
Uh,
very suspicious. Like why? Like he's not even on. If you zoom in, you can see like the top, that like shows what's in the set. He's
right,
not
right,
even up
right.
there. Like
Yeah.
that's weird. That's weird. Um, he is in there. So if you want that set, you are getting him, but
Oh,
they
so
are hiding him for some reason.
he is in here.
Yeah, he's in there. So
Okay.
he's in any release of BoonBoomger Robo, you're getting Boonbot. That's
Okay,
part of
okay.
part of trailer, quote unquote. Um, yeah. The next item after that is going to be really only for people who are in Japan. So it's for you, Anthony, specifically.
Yep.
That is the Toys R Us exclusive BoonBoomger complete set. That
Yes.
is the changer. Basically, it's the Bakuage start set with the handle. So it's like everything
Right.
that you need to start your collection for this year.
Your addiction for this
It's
year.
your edition for this year. It's a pretty cool box. It has the entire team on it. It's got you get the trailer, wagon, off road, supercar, boombot, changer, and handle. So you're getting a decent amount of stuff, and it's going to retail at like 14,000 yen. It's all the prices put together. It's not more expensive or anything, but it's only available through Toys R Us. So you can't. I don't think you can get it on Amazon. Maybe you will. I don't know. I'm not sure how that works there in Japan. I know in America. In
Maybe.
America, they're like owned by the same people, but I don't know about Japan,
Right. Yeah, I don't pay attention to it
where they
because
used to be. I think
I just go to the store.
usually, yeah, no, but usually this stuff is like an in-store thing that you have to go into the store and like order and get it.
Right.
So,
Yeah, yeah.
but listen, it'll probably pop up on some retailers that like order through Toys R Us, and you could definitely find it on like eBay and stuff. But I don't know
Sure.
if it makes sense for anybody that's not in Japan because you're not getting anything exclusive.
Yeah, it's just if you want a cool box, I guess. Like,
Right, right.
yeah, that's pretty much
It's
it.
this is like an incentive if you're a shopper of Toys R Us. Like, okay, get it here because it's easier to carry basically.
Right,
Um,
right. I do want to point.
I guess Go ahead, go
sorry,
ahead.
I do want to point out someone. I forget who it was, but no, there is no yellow BoonBoomger. It's just Orange's mech is yellow, is partly
Yeah, yeah,
yellow.
right, right.
There's no yellow
So
BoonBoomger.
Shovel is, I guess. I mean, I should say there's no yellow yet. I don't think there will be, but
Yeah,
there
yeah.
could be.
There
No,
could
yeah. So
be.
Shovel, there could be, but it's not. It's not related to that mecha. That mecha is oranges. So yeah.
Yes.
Shovel is yellow, and then Dozer is orange, and then kind of Black has the same situation. Pack Car 1 is black, and then Pack Car 2 is purple. So I think they're playing with the colors that are related to those. Like we've had black and purple usually go together in Super Sentai, and then
Yeah.
orange kind of subs out for yellow. I mean, that's it. So the next item, which is the last deluxe item, quote unquote, is the Boon Black and Boon Orange complete set, which is not a limited exclusive thing to anywhere. It's just available everywhere. And that basically gets you the change
Oh,
axe
this thing. Okay, I was like, "Where's the
mecha.
picture?" There's no picture.
Yeah, there's no picture yet.
Okay.
Yeah. So if this is probably a good option for some people, just because it takes care of. It's like buying the builder and police sets and the axe together. That's basically how you have to think about it. Again, same.
Yes.
It's just another option. It's probably going to have a cool box with black and orange on it, and then that's it. So that's also set for April. Doesn't say when. I would assume April 20th, but maybe it'll be earlier. We don't really have information on when they're going to release the axe yet.
Yes. Yeah.
Um,
I would imagine it would be the
after,
same if the axe comes after the two sets. I would imagine that this set would also come out at the same time.
yeah. It would have to be the same time as the axe. I'm just not sure. I don't know. It's weird because they have some of the black and orange stuff coming out on the 6th. And it'd be
Right.
weird if they wait for the changer, but then they didn't announce the changer yet. So like
Right. Yeah.
it's strange. It's
It
strange.
is strange. Yeah.
Um, After that, we have the 5 vinyls. They're your usual vinyls. They're the smaller size
Yep. The
of
usual stuff.
Hangover. It's usual stuff. Limited paint application. They're cool. They're fine. I collect them every year, but honestly, they're like the bottom priority when
Yeah.
I buy stuff.
Yeah.
They're cool, but they don't do anything. Like I just collect them because I used to collect them like back in the early 2000s when they actually like had like articulation and stuff. And I'm used to that. But they're cool. I mean, I'll be getting them. The red, blue, and pink come out on the 2nd of March, and then the orange and black come out on the 6th of April. So they're keeping that distinction.
Yes.
And then after that, we go into the fun stuff, the random stuff. So we
Random
have
stuff.
we have Candy and Gachapon and all that. Mini Club 1 comes out in April. That's Boon Boon Jirobo. So if you are someone who is going for Mini Club, not Deluxe, you'll be waiting till April. Mini Club 2 is already announced. We just don't know what's in there. I'm assuming it's going to be Builder, Police, and Knight would be my assumption.
Yeah,
Um,
that would make sense.
yeah, that's not out until June, I think.
Oh,
Mini Club
June.
2.
Oh, wow.
Uh,
Okay.
yeah, Mini Club just takes a long time. That's
Yeah.
why I love them. They're fun to build, but they're very slow. We have there is a we know that we're getting Gachapon Boon Boon cars, because basically we're getting Boon Boon cars in every line that Bandai has. So Gachapon, Candy, Deluxe, Apparel, other random stuff. We're getting them a lot of ways. There's probably going to be like hundreds of these things. Like just speaking honestly. So Gachapon Boon Boon Car 1, we don't have a release date, but I'm assuming it's going to be in April. We just don't have it announced yet. So there'll be at least 1 or 2 of those. The first merchandise that's going to be available for the show is the Boon Boon trailer, but the mini version. So it'll be like a Gachapon candy version, and that comes with the April issue of Terabikun. So that's going to be out on the 29th of this month.
It's fun. I'm gonna have to get
Yeah,
that then.
so that'll be your first toy. So it is It's actually in the trailer that they put up.
Oh,
Red.
is
I
it?
guess they're gonna have. Yeah, I guess in the show they're gonna have mini versions of their mecha, maybe to like summon. So his mini version is the gachapon candy size of the
Well,
trailer.
that's fun.
Yeah, so that's
Okay.
I would assume that it probably has an original sound in the changer as well, just because of how many sounds there are. Um,
Hmm.
but yeah, that's how you get that. Then after
Oh,
that, we get to the very expensive stuff. Um,
sorry. When before we
so
get into that,
go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
Megadong asks, "But will it be in King Oger? Like, you mean if they'll like make a cameo in King Oger?"
Uh, so we've been getting some kind of cameo since Kier Major of the next show. Um, albeit Kier Major was a very minor cameo of Zenkaiger. They were just a drawing. But there will be something. I just don't know if there will be anything like to the level of Damo Wataro in Zenkaiger or King Oger in Dom Brothers. Especially if you're following King
Right.
Oger right now, things are very tense in King Oger.
Right.
Um, and like Dom Brothers, because of who Inoue is, was very random and made it work. I feel like if they just threw in like Boom Boom trailer in the middle of a fight right now, it would kind of kill the tension a little bit. Like things are very tense. So maybe in an epilogue, like if they wrap up the show in like episode 49, maybe they could show up in episode 50 and
Like
not
a
have it
like
affect
a
things. But yeah.
like a Kamen Rider type of deal.
Yep, like what Kamen Rider's been doing basically. So yeah, I could see that. I would assume they are, but I also wouldn't be surprised if they didn't,
Yeah.
just because again, things are they're really like hitting the plot right now in King Oger. I don't know if they want to detract from that. Um,
Sure. Yeah.
but saying that the 29th, I believe. Let's see. Wait, I don't want to misquote myself here. Uh, I mean the 29th is in between the last episode of King Oger and the first episode of BoonBoomger. So the trailer might show up in the last episode, even if it's like a just a small cameo. I wouldn't be surprised about that.
Right. Yeah. I don't know. We'll
Um,
have to see, I guess.
we'll see. We'll see. We're getting there. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm gonna miss King Oger. We're only what
Yes.
is it? It's four episodes left. So
It's
kind of crazy.
crazy. It's crazy that
Kind of
we're
crazy.
already. Yeah. It's so crazy that
Kind of
we're
crazy.
getting
It is that
getting to
time
the
of the
end.
year.
Gosh.
Okay, so these last couple of things are going to be very expensive for everybody, whether or not you're in Japan
Yes. All
or
right.
States. We have the yearly chocolate campaign prize. The last couple of
Yes.
years they've been actually like really making them like worthwhile. They put them in these collectors boxes. Um,
Yes.
the Zenkaiger and Don Brothers ones are beautiful.
Love it. Yeah,
So we're getting
I
this.
love my Dom
Yeah, we're
Brothers.
getting the same thing here. It's the gold plate that does it for me. You feel like
Yeah,
you
it's
won something, you know?
special. It's special.
Yeah. So this is like a clear quote unquote version of wagon and off road. I'm gonna assume, without having like a great picture of them, that these are the candy versions.
Oh,
Which
okay.
means they probably because it's through candy, so they
That makes
usually are.
sense. That makes sense.
Yeah. And I don't know. I feel like like looking at it, the quality looks candy, to me, but you won't have to apply any stickers or anything like that. But I'm talking about the manufacturing quality.
Hmm.
So I would assume that these don't have the same playability as the deluxe versions. They probably just have like if they transform at all, they probably just have like a minor transformation. But they'll have their own original sounds because they do that with the campaign prizes. This is limited to 2,000 people, as it always is. So it is you know, it's who wins gets it. They run the promotion until the following April. If you're like me and you're in the States, your only option is really to either have a connect that can get you like boxes and boxes of these chocolates until you win, or you got to go and search for a winning ticket on one of the auction sites, or just buy the box outright.
Yeah.
It's not cheap. I've done it before. I think the most I've spent on things was back in Q Ranger for the Aquarius Q-Timer.
Was that the
Yeah.
campaign thing? Was that what that was?
So the chocolate campaign was the lizard Q-Timer, which I also spent a lot of money on. But I think the Aquarius one was more expensive. I feel like the lizard was like 300 when I bought it.
Oh.
And the Aquarius was probably like 500.
Oh.
So yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, so my theory is actually that there's not just 2,000, because I think what happens is there's like
Oh.
overstock at like the manufacturer, like in the factory, and that's how they get like certain distributors to be able to sell them on eBay and stuff.
So you
But
think there's like probably a little more than 2,000, like for like
I don't
distributors and
think there's
stuff.
just 2,000. I think because Japan's a big place. If there was just 2,000, I feel like, I feel like not
Right.
everybody would be able to get,
Right.
I feel like
Right.
they cost a lot more than that. So
Right.
yeah, we have that. So that's expensive. Again, that promotion, I believe it starts from the 2nd of March. So the candy will be available. And then you have until the following April to claim the prize.
Yes.
So that's that. Then
I'm
we have
definitely gonna
another
do that.
campaign.
Definitely gonna have to do that.
Yep. Yes,
$3.
we have another campaign.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, it's
$3 super chat from fellow hero of fandom Gary. Hi, Gary.
oh, thank you, Gary. Anthony, you can go get a BoonBoomger chocolate.
Yeah, there you go. I can get a
start
couple of them.
Yeah, you can start. Thank you.
Gary.
Yeah, the last thing for the first quarter is another campaign, and this one is actually more limited than the chocolate one. This is through Bandai Lifestyle, so they do like soaps and the Bikuri Tamago, if you guys have seen that, those commercials, like the bath products, right? I think this is the first time Sentai is doing one of these campaigns.
Yeah, this is
Basic,
interesting.
yeah, so this is limited to 1,300. They haven't shown what the car looks like, but they did say it's an original car. So what that means is it's not a rebrand of like one of the deluxe cars. It's its own original design that they
Okay.
made for this campaign, right?
Oh.
So yeah, it's limited to 1,300. I would assume that this is going to be very expensive to get if you're not in Japan. And basically, how this campaign works, you have to buy products from Bandai Lifestyle, like those soaps, and then you cut out proof of purchase. And I think you could scan them maybe into like a website or something, or mail it in. I think if you go, once the campaign's not up yet, I think it starts in April. So once it's up, you can go to Bandai Lifestyle and it'll have the rules and stuff there to follow. But if you're like me, if you're in the States or just not in Japan, you're gonna have to go through Mandarake or one of those places. And yeah, that also goes till April 2025. So how they're gonna work that is there's gonna be 100 winners per month. That honestly is what is more concerning to me than the limited number. That means that there's only going to be 100 available every month. So if you're
That's
buying
not a
it from
lot.
outside, it's
Not
not
a
a lot.
lot.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So like if you're buying it outside of Japan and like you see one, I would act on it
Like
ASAP.
immediately.
Yeah, like immediately. All right, and then we're moving into the second quarter. I know
That's
it's early,
crazy. Yeah,
but
second quarter.
we're
My
almost
God.
there. Yeah, we're there. So right now we only have candy for second quarter, but it was
Okay.
officially announced. So we're gonna get SG Boom Boom Car 1. So these are candy toy releases of the Boom Boom cars. They do work with Boom Boom Robo. They do work with the changer, but they're gonna have limited transformation if they transform at all. I don't think they transform, but they might. They're just not gonna do what the deluxe versions do. So like you can't buy. They're not going to let you like be able to buy the candy versions and have it do the same exact things that the deluxe ones do. It just doesn't make any financial sense. So they'll be able to combine with the robot, but they won't you won't be able to make BoonBoomger Robo Builder with this. But you'll be able
Okay.
to stick them on the arms and the shoulders and
Okay.
stuff like that.
Okay, so
Um,
they're not like all, yeah, they're not, that makes sense. They're not like the DX
right.
versions. Yeah,
Right.
that makes sense.
But what is probably going to happen, since we're only seeing two, but the set is four, And we do know that there's a lot of cars. They revealed a lot of cars in that trailer. Some that are definitely Gachapon candy in design. There's going to be 2 probably exclusive cars to this set. So I would assume every candy set, every Gachapon set is probably going to have 2 or 3 exclusive cars to that set. The rest of the set will be like re-releases of the deluxe, but less.
So there's gonna be like candy only specific, or no, SG only specific,
correct,
cars.
And Gachapon only specific cars. Yeah,
got it. Okay, okay.
And there's gonna be at least one apparel release too. So you'll have to buy a T-shirt and get one of the cars that way. Then we have Yudo, which I'm excited for because we didn't get action heroes this year. I'm not sure why we didn't. I don't think they did bad per se. I just think that maybe they're repetitive when Yudo is a thing, and I don't think they want to like cannibalize their own sales that way.
Right.
Yeah. It made sense in Zenkaiger because of like they were transformers, quote unquote, like they were simple transformers, so they were different from Yudo.
Right,
and Dawn Brothers, it made sense because you had and your ride on, so like the figures can interact with that. But like the King Oger ones, they're
pretty much the
figures,
same thing.
They're the same.
Yeah,
They're like the same thing with like less paint, and
right.
like, they don't have like so it's. I think it's repetitive. So yeah, the Yudo set has 6 figures in it, so it's 12 boxes. We don't know what the 6th figure is. It could be an early 6. Yeah, it could be an early 6th Ranger. It could also be one of the minions. We haven't had a minion Yudo release in a long time. I think the last one was Zenkaiger.
Zenkaiger?
So,
oh yeah, okay, yeah. It's been a while.
I mean, so
could it be like a main bad guy? Do they do though? Wait,
could be. Yeah, they do. Could be a main bad guy. They did Garza in King Major. They did Guy Solg in Blue Soldier. So they could do one of that. It could be if there's a rival ranger that shows up early, they could do that.
Yeah.
So yeah, that'll probably that's out in May. Yeah, these are out in May because it's second quarter. So so is the SG set one is May. So yeah, I mean they could throw a 6th Ranger in there because he'll be revealed by then. But yeah, that's where it is. I mean, he looks good from that picture. Like that's a good looking.
I was gonna say he looks super good for like especially like I mean Yudo looks good usually, but like this looks super clean.
Yeah, it looks good. I think I'm assuming it's a sticker, but the helmet looks really good.
Oh, is it a sticker? You think?
Probably. It's usually a sticker on Yudo. I mean, if it's not, that's great. Like that's good news. I hate stickers.
Oh, me too. That's why I tried to like kind of get myself away from Yudo.
They're not made for these hands. Yeah. No, that's the thing. Like I feel bad. I feel bad for people who like the action figures because not having to sticker stuff is such a good feeling. Like even with but at the same time when Yudo goes well, it looks really good. It's just stickers suck.
Yeah, it's your fault if it doesn't go well.
Correct, and then you feel bad. All right, and the last thing that we know about for quarter 2 is Mini Plot 2, which I mentioned before, which is out in June. So that's that. We don't know what it is, but I would guess it's the classic racing builder set and police set, just based on what they've done in the past and what they did with King Oger. Then after that, for people who are this Ranger Board is trying something new with these rumor leak threads just to kind of contain things a little bit because of what happened back. So this is a members only thread. I like to keep track of everything. So what I've set up here is if you're kind of worried about keeping track of Boom Boom cars, I made a chart for like tracking your collection.
Nice.
So I have the item, what it's available in, the sounds that it makes in the changer, and the code that it's registered to, like what sound code it is in the changer. So like I'll continue to update this as the year goes along, and you can kind of use it as a checklist.
Nice. Yeah. So if you're on Ranger Board, if you got a Ranger Board account, log in and check it out if you want.
Yeah, it's easy to make one. I think they do give you a little bit of trouble if you're. I there's like certain areas that for security reasons I think they block, but for the most part it should be easy to
Oh,
make an account.
okay.
Um,
And if you can't,
if you have trouble making an account, you can listen.
sorry.
Honestly, I'm always my DMs are open. So on Twitter, so if you have like questions and you can't get onto Ranger Board, hit me up. I will be happy to answer things for you.
Sure.
So the last little thing we have, if we go down the list past Boon Boon Racing, we have all the extra cars that were announced in that
Yes,
trailer.
let's talk about those.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah, so we have Boom Boom Dump Car, which is a dump truck. Boom Boom Mixer, which is a mixer. Those names are confirmed. They show those off. Those I'm 100% sure are either Gachapon or Candy because you could see the stickers on them.
Yeah, they don't look
and
DX.
They don't look DX, and then also there's no obvious transformation lines, so I would
Yeah.
assume they're in Candy or Gachapon. Then we have these next ones, which I'm calling Dino Camper and Nekomaru for right now.
Okay.
Just
Dino
for convenience.
Camper. Is it a dinosaur?
Yeah, so it looks like one to me. So
Okay.
in certain shots, especially the credits of that promo, you can see that this thing actually has teeth on it.
Huh?
And when it has the attack mode, it actually opens up like a mouth.
Okay. Oh, I didn't realize
Yeah,
that.
so
Okay.
it's like a dinosaur or a shark or something. But it's got like dinosaur looking teeth. So yeah, we have that, and
Interesting.
we have this Nekomaru looking thing. If you don't know who Nekomaru is, he's the Kaku Ranger's transport in
Yeah,
Kaku
Kaku
Ranger.
Ranger. Nice.
It is their 30th anniversary, so I'm very confident this is actually a
Yo.
nod to them.
Yo, that would be
Uh,
crazy. That would be awesome if this was actually like a nod
yeah,
to Kaku
these two
Ranger.
look deluxe to me because in the trailer you can see their transformation. They're with like the other deluxe cars in the trailer.
Oh.
So I think that they're probably the next deluxe set in like
Oh.
maybe May or so. But yeah, so that's gonna be fun. They look cool. Then after that, we kind of get the rest of these are obviously Gachapon or candy toys.
Okay.
We have a blue fire truck or a blue crane. I think it's a fire truck. We have an ambulance, which the fire truck and the ambulance were paired together. Then we have the last two is this almost looks like a tour bus. I think it has actually like either BoonBoomger Robo on it or the BoonBoomger like an advertisement
Yeah,
on the side of it.
it has like its own ad. It's advertising its own show.
Yeah.
That's
Um,
awesome.
so that's fun. And then behind that, I don't know. It's a truck. It's a white truck. It looks almost like a utility van, like a phone
It
truck
also
or something.
has some design on it too. I can't.
Yeah. It's hard to make out, but
Yeah.
I these two could honestly be like maybe apparel because they're kind of wacky looking.
Yeah, they stand
That white
out.
truck actually looks like it has flowers on it from this angle.
Yeah. That's what I was gonna say. Like, is it flowers? Like, what? It's a flower truck? Like, what is that? Carry your
No
flowers
idea.
in that?
So I mean that those could be apparel items. Basically for those people who have never bought apparel items, they're usually I want to say they're usually deluxe class items, but they're sold with apparel merch. So shorts, t-shirts, that kind of thing. Usually if it's a collectible season, then Bandai Apparel will release something.
Hmm.
I'm just hoping it's not like what happened with the Kaku Ranger Avataro gear,
Oh my god.
where it was a mess. Because it wasn't Bandai Apparel directly. It was I forget what happened. It wasn't week one. They advertised it like it was going to be a limited release, even though it wasn't, and then everybody panicked and like panic bought them.
Yeah. Yeah,
So, but
I don't know. I don't know. That was
that
a
was
mess.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So these, I mean, these could be that to me too. It's hard to tell from this angle, but they don't look as cheap. Not in a bad way, but like the ambulance and the fire truck, they look like Gachapon
Right.
/ Candy.
Right.
These last two don't. really look like that, and they have like a couple of different like demarcation lines, so they could be deluxe, honestly. Um,
That'd be
so yeah,
interesting.
and then the last one is whatever that lifestyle campaign car
Right.
is. And
Is that
that's all of them
like
so far.
is that like a because it looks like a whole trailer, so is it going to be the same size as like the Boon Boon trailer? Like threads?
Uh,
I
I
can't tell.
don't think
It
so.
is it going to be or is it just going to be small like
I think it's gonna be small. See, I think see, I don't really see. I see where like it could be a trailer, but I'm seeing like more like a school bus or something.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah,
It's
maybe.
weird though because it's got these like on the back of it. It's got like
Yeah, like at the bottom there, like it's got something going
yeah,
on.
it's weird. I don't know. I don't think they would release. I mean, it'd be pretty awesome if they release something that
A whole
size.
big thing. Yeah.
That'd be cool. Like another like a, but that'd be crazy because that'd be like a limited edition robot that only 1,300 people can
Yeah,
get. I
that
think people
yeah.
would like uh just be very upset. That's everything right now. But we
Someone's
are. But yeah.
asking, yeah, about the remaining cards.
Yep.
So the remaining cards don't make new forms for the robo. I mean,
Uh,
some of them might though, I
we
would
we
imagine.
don't know that. We don't know that.
Yeah,
So
we
like,
don't know.
What's interesting is even the ones that are obviously candy or a gachapon in the trailer they are grouped in pairs, right? Um, so and they match. So like fire truck is with ambulance. So I think they could make different combinations, but they're not going to be combinations like police or builder. They'll be like maybe two weapons or something like that that are like
Uh,
thematically matched, or maybe even like maybe because it's like a similar theme, maybe BoonBoomger police can use fire truck and ambulance as like
weapons or
additional weapons.
something. Uh-huh,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
sure.
But yeah, no, I don't think they would make anything significant just because with the candy and gachapon stuff, you can't really make it too like much of a necessity
Yeah,
because
you would have to make DX versions of those.
yeah, yeah. Or like it would have to be a situation where like it would have to be like such a limited thing, like in Go Sager, the what the heck's the name of them? The
Uh,
Exotic Brothers?
yeah, I think so.
The
Yeah.
well, I think I'm right, but it's the different colored dragons.
Yeah, yeah, I think you're
Like,
right.
by the way, the hardest thing I've ever collected, honestly.
That one,
The most
yeah,
difficult thing that was insane.
yeah.
So for
I
those that
remember
don't know,
hearing.
yeah, so for the just a quick tangent. So the Exotic Brothers in Ghost Asia, you had to get there were four recolors of Ghost Dragon, the Dragon Header, but they came in like different things. So like one of them was in Gachapon, one of them was in Candy, one of them was in a magazine, and then one of them was in like this whole other thing, like a different toy line entirely. And it was so hard to get them, especially back then. It was a nightmare. But yeah, like I don't want that to happen this year. I would like that not to happen. So
Right.
I'm hoping they just stick to you know a few campaigns I can handle, but I can't handle like Easter egg hunts like that. I just don't. I can't deal with it. Yeah, I just want to. I mean, if people have questions, I'm happy to take them. I have. I'm not going anywhere. But I just want to end off with we are like very close to both to three things actually. We're close to the quarter 2 meeting, so we're gonna get even
Oh
more
my goodness.
information in like I would say like 10 days maybe.
Oh my goodness.
Let me see. Let me pull up my calendar here.
We're already gonna get in some new
Uh,
stuff.
yeah, I would say. I mean, in theory, we might even get it this weekend. To be
Wow.
honest, but let's say from this weekend to Valentine's Day. I want to
Mm.
say that window for the meeting, and then the 7th and the 8th, I think, is the superhero live show music, the music thing. Um,
Oh, okay.
is it Yokohama?
Yokohama, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And they confirmed already that Masaki Endo, who is singing the theme song to BoonBoomger, which is awesome. Very excited about that.
Oh, Wow. Okay.
He's gonna perform it for the first time there.
Oh my
So
goodness, that's gonna be crazy.
yeah, so that's really nuts. So I mean, I don't think we're gonna be able to get like they're very strict about people recording things, but
Yeah,
they
yeah.
might like officially record it and throw it up. It's possible. So
I hope so.
possible. I think so. I would keep an eye out. They also might throw like a sample out of it. Um, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, we're gonna. And the third thing though is that the press conference is looming. It's the 18th in Japan, and so we'll definitely hear the song there, as well as they're unveiling the ending there. So that's gonna be fun. Um,
Nice.
yeah, a lot of things to look forward to. So,
Yeah.
yeah, if there's any questions, I will answer them. Anthony, if you have any questions, I'll answer.
Oh, you laid out a lot perfectly. Like that's like this whole thread is like
I
really good.
try.
Yeah, no,
My
that's
my 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 OCD comes in handy sometimes.
oh yeah, for sure. Um, let's see. Let me check the chat. Let's be
Sure.
honest. We're gonna see all of these in a year when Anthony's toy hunting. Yeah, probably.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, probably.
yeah. I mean, you're in a good position with a lot of these, just because again you're there. Like it's easy. I mean,
I'm
Gachapon's probably like annoying to do like in
yes.
Japan,
Yes,
but
yes. Like you guys can just buy. That's the one thing. You guys can just
yeah,
buy a set of them and you'll be good.
yeah,
But I have to
yeah.
like actually like
You
do
have
it.
to
Like
like
I
sit
have to
there. Yeah,
yeah, and then I get like how many and so many duplicates of
yeah,
things and
yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
That's the only
Yeah, like
thing.
candy. I think is easy for you. I
Pretty much
mean, and
everything
honestly, it
else,
depends.
honestly, is
Yeah,
everything
it
is
depends on
easy.
how like if this show is popular, then it becomes harder, right? Like that's the thing. The more popular these things are, the harder it is to get your hands on like the non-deluxe stuff. I feel like.
Right, exactly. Someone said earlier, talking vehicles in BoonBoomger, maybe,
I
potentially.
would say I think Boon Boon Trailer has a definite chance of talking just because of how they presented it at
Right.
the meeting. And I would assume Boonbot is going to talk just because it looks like our helper
It's
character of the
yeah,
year, even though
it's Tensu.
Tetsu. Yeah, so I would say a couple of them could talk. I mean, it's honestly it's hard to tell because since Kira Major did the their vehicles, like they have a lot of wiggle room.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. So I don't know. Well, yeah, we'll have to. We'll just wait and see. We'll have to see
Wait and
the
see. Well, no,
um.
we're gonna know at the press conference. They'll announce any voice actors there. So
Yeah, exactly. Let's see. I hope Q quarter two has DX versions of the remaining cards to have new forms. I mean, that would be nice, but I don't know how likely that'd be.
uh, no.
Yeah,
Anything
I
anything
I
anything
don't see them doing that.
anything that they've no anything that they've shown already that doesn't look like deluxe, and they like they've presented and put out there and advertised. Um, that would be like that'd be a misstep on their part because you're
Yes,
selling like you're misrepresenting the product to people. Like you're saying,
and
"Hey, look at this cool thing,"
you're
but then you
selling the not as good one before the
the worst
better
version. Yeah,
one.
like yeah,
Yeah, that'd
yeah,
be
yeah, like that.
strange.
That's just how you make people mad, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
only thing I say is like the cat bus thing and the dinosaur camper. Those look deluxe to me. So like those and the other two, like the blue truck and the blue bus and the white truck, I could see being deluxe for quarter two. But anything that looks like a gachapon candy thing, I think it's just gachapon candy because honestly, I don't even know if they designed transformations really for those. Um, we're gonna have to wait and see. Like I think those are gonna be like the supercar where it's just like one part opens up and like has a hidden weapon or something.
Uh-huh,
That's
right.
that's really it.
I did have I just thought, yeah, I did have a question because there was that one picture of it was like the little BoonBoomger things, but it also had go on red. Like, did you see that floating
Yes,
around?
that's
Is that
the that's the that's the that's Big Three Tomago.
okay? Was that
Yeah, yeah,
like an official thing? Like with go on red? Is that
yeah, yeah, yeah.
okay?
Yeah, that's
I
official.
was
Yeah.
like, is that? I thought it was like a. I thought that
So
was like an old picture of go
so
on red or something, but I was like, oh no, is this
no,
part of
yeah,
the?
that's at the toy meeting they were pretty vocal about Go-Onger and Tokyuger being involved somehow, right? Like
Mhm.
this is their new kick. We had Kyoryuger and King-Oger. So this is the new thing is we're gonna have veteran teams on their anniversaries show up in some way. Um, on that note, interestingly enough, Jun Shison, who is Tokyo Ichigo, right, he recently left his agency,
Mhm, mhm, mhm.
uh, and he posted a picture on Instagram of him in front of Toei,
Yes,
like
where
giving
was that?
giving the peace
Oh,
sign.
Instagram.
Uh, yeah, I think it's on his Instagram. I'm sure it's
Okay.
on Twitter as well.
Yeah, I
Um,
saw it floating around earlier. I should have pulled it
uh,
up.
so like that's suspicious. Just because
Yes.
you know it like I doubt that he would leave his agency just to return as right, but then at the same time, like it's a big coincidence that he's like, peace, I'm gonna go hang out at Toei,
That is,
you know?
yeah, that is interesting. Super
Yeah,
interesting.
but because I think him and Tokyo Yongo Green, they're like really big actors right now.
Yes, yeah,
So like they would
they're
have to
pretty
do a lot of
famous.
convincing. Everybody else I think
Yeah.
is okay.
Right, right. Okay, well,
Yeah.
dang,
So yeah,
that's
and then like
yeah, that's awesome.
go on Red. I feel like hangs out at Toei anyway. Like the way that he like posts content.
Go on
He's just like
Reddit. Go on Red's just ready. He's ready to come back anytime.
yeah, yeah. He's so I would honestly be shocked if Go on Red was not involved
Oh
somehow.
yeah. Oh
Um,
yeah.
it would be weird. So that Biguri Tamago I think is them like teeing up them doing something later on.
Where did that
Um,
picture come from? Do you know? Like what?
that is from the free release catalog. So if you go on
Oh,
Bandai, yeah, it's on
okay.
Super Sentai Toy Web. It's their if you go into like I think it's on the like materials section. It has
Yeah,
the
you know what?
catalog that you can go through.
I saw that and I saw it, but I didn't look through it. That's
Yeah, it's
okay.
towards the back of the catalog. It's there.
Okay. I
Um,
gotta
so yeah,
find it.
usually with Beaker, let me see if I can grab it for you. Usually with Bikuri Tamago, they do like
Oh, here we go.
a recolor of like the Red Ranger or something.
Uh-huh,
But
uh-huh,
instead they're
uh-huh.
doing
Go on Red.
uh yeah, go on Red. It is BoonBoomger Perfect Guide. I'll
Yes,
link it to you.
I think I have it up right now.
Okay.
Perfect. Maybe this is it. I hope this is it. This is the one. It's the toy catalog, right? It has the
Yep, yep,
yeah.
yep.
Okay,
So if you like go, it's like it's at the back basically.
okay. Yeah.
But it has a lot of cool pictures in it. So
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm looking through it right now. It looks pretty cool. Oh yeah, it has all the robos here. And it's got, I like how it has pictures, like even in the videos, like it showed like what cars they're based off of, like what real life cars each
yeah,
of the mech are based off of.
yeah, it's cool.
There
That
is
is
a
literally
YouTube channel. There's a Super Sentai YouTube channel out now, if you
yep,
didn't know. So that's
yep.
fun.
It's got a lot of content on it. It's region locked, so
Oh, is it? Okay, I figured
yeah,
so.
you need a VPN, but
Yeah.
those are kind of it's worth. There's a lot of content. I think they have the first two episodes up of like the last 10 Super Sentai.
Okay.
Um, yeah, on there they have
Yeah.
different toy commercials and stuff. Oh yeah, it's the second to last page of the catalog.
Okay, yeah, I see it right here. Nice, nice. Yeah, they got a lot of cool stuff in here. Lots of cool
They
stuff.
do, they do.
All right,
Yeah,
cool. Yeah,
I don't know.
maybe
I
the
just think
camera.
it's interesting. It's interesting that they just kind of threw Go on Red in there.
Yeah, like
So
kind of
yeah,
like nonchalantly, like, hey, look, here's Go
yep.
on Red.
Remember him?
That's not weird.
Yeah, not planning anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, we got a lot to look forward to. The next couple of weeks are going to be very information heavy. I mean, we're gonna get our sixth ranger or rangers. I can actually see us getting a pair like BoonBoomger, so that'll be cool. Um, new robo, more cars. That whole thing. I think that's just to veer off topic a little bit. I think we're done. Yeah, we're done with Common Rider for a while as far as the news cycle goes.
Okay. Sure.
Outside of like P Bandai stuff, which they love.
Of course.
But yeah,
Yeah.
any like that's it. We already had the catalog with his final form, so
I can't wait for
that's done for a while.
a black version of BoonBoomger Robo.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
coming. That's got to be coming. They sell so it's like it's an easy sell. It's like
It's so easy that they make a ton of money off of it just repaying
paint it black and
something.
gold and it's fine. And I mean, I actually would like it would be cool if we got a recolor that wasn't black and gold. I like black and gold, but I feel like they could
Oh,
have
so
some fun with.
like what color would it even be? I don't know.
I would like a maybe like something cool like a black and blue or like a black and purple or maybe
Okay.
like a green something like that. Like what they did with like the Alpha Ranger mecha back in the day.
Oh, yeah,
Those
that's right. There was a green one. That's
yeah, those
right.
would be cool. Those would be
Yeah,
cool.
that's right.
There's
They,
options. I mean, I get why they do the black and gold just because it looks
it's
good.
it's just yeah, it's just you never go wrong with
It's easy,
black and
but
gold. Yeah. Well, I mean, they could do a
yeah,
gold-plated one, like what they do with Danoni Taijin, but they didn't do that with King Oji. I mean,
yeah.
I guess not yet.
I I've been paying that off for the last couple months. I don't even know
Oh,
where I'm
have
going
you?
to put that thing, honestly. I
Okay.
bought it because it's so cool, but like, where is it going? It's like I'm probably gonna have to keep it in the box. It's gold plated. I don't want to
Yeah,
have
you
it
don't want
out.
to. Yeah, and then it gets all dusty, and then you might,
Yeah,
drop it and stuff. Uh, let's see.
just
I love car
very
figures.
expensive paperweights.
Yes, I love car figures collecting, and this year will be the Sentai version of it. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's a bunch of cars, so save up for a bunch of
Yeah,
little Hot Wheels, essentially.
I
Um,
think I'm trying to think. It would probably be. I think they're going to be a little bit bigger than Hot Wheels, but I would imagine that you could probably use them on some racing tracks. They all have wheels. They all roll around. So
that'd be cool. They should sell that. Honestly, they should sell like a Boom Boonger like
they
racing track or
should.
something. Like that's something. Like didn't wait? Did they do that for Tokyo? They sold like the rails. Was that P Bandai? I
They
feel like.
did. Yes. They had a P Bandai set
Yeah, yeah,
of the
yeah,
train tracks.
yeah. So
Yeah.
something like that. Like I think that'd be really cool.
I mean, it would be cool. I think it was Turbo Ranger that had their base robot actually had ramps built into it in the toy. Um
Oh,
for the
I didn't know
cars.
that.
That'd be cool.
That would be
That'd be
cool.
cool.
Okay, that would be pretty dope.
Um or like what Car Ranger had like the garage thing as well. Like they
They
could
didn't.
release stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah. That would be awesome. I'd be
They
down.
could. I feel like they just don't do that anymore because it's a space issue in Japan. Like that's honestly like why we don't get a lot of stuff anymore. There's like the houses are small. There's not a lot of room, and
That's
then
true. That's true.
there's the
People
whole
wouldn't even buy it,
the
probably.
the birth rate thing and all that. It's all
Yeah,
it all kind of ties together. So
yeah, that's
yeah,
true.
as long as
That's a
we
good
get
point.
some cool as long as we get some cool cars and stuff, I'm good.
Hmm.
And I assume we're gonna get like some kind of aircraft and maybe watercraft as well, because at a certain point there is like there's a limit of cars, and I feel like
Right.
they've kind of hit a lot of them already. Like I'm surprised that we're getting a fire truck in like the Gachapon candy scale, because I would have sworn we would have saved that for like something like
Yeah. Like Fire Truck, yeah, I would. Yeah, I would think it would be like a more like a one of the main ones, like a DX type of deal, or
it's interesting. Yeah, it's
yeah.
interesting.
We'll see.
We'll see.
All right. Okay. I think we're at 2 hours now. I think we could just wrap this up.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you, Matt Hunt, for coming. Thanks, Matt, for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah,
This
this
was
is
great. I love
no,
talking about this stuff. So
yeah, this is very informative. That whole thread like was very helpful, and I learned a lot. So now I feel
be
like I'm
happy
all
to do
caught
it.
up.
Yeah. We can. I'm around. So let's if you have time, we'll do it again for quarter two. If you want,
Yeah,
we can run through things.
sure. Yeah, no, because especially like they decided to release all this stuff while I was at work, and like I went on my phone, and I was like, there's a bunch of stuff, and it's just all over the place, so I don't know like a good central location to find everything. So
They're so random, and the sucky part is we're probably going to get more announcements through the weekend too. Like they always announce something on
yeah,
Sunday,
yeah,
and like the trailer from BoonBoomger is going to come out after King Oger this weekend. Like I'm
yes,
almost it has to. So they're probably going to
yes,
announce more stuff after that too. Yeah,
yes. Oh my goodness,
it's a lot. It's a
it's
lot.
gonna be
So
fun.
buckle buckle up, everybody.
Buckle, yeah,
But it's
yeah.
ended.
Pun intended, exactly. All right. Well, do you want to like plug anything? Is anything you want to
Just real quick,
send out?
you can follow me on Twitter at the real Matt Hunt, YouTube at Matt Hunt too. And I do quick toy reviews, and I do stream on Twitch. I'm getting back into that. I'm probably going to start next week because Final Fantasy VII is coming out, part two, and all that other stuff.
There you
So
go.
I'll be doing that.
Nice.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. So follow me on Twitter, and I kind of promote all that stuff. But thank you so much.
Yeah, no, thank you. All right. Well, thank you everyone for joining. This was fun. And next live stream, I don't know when that will be, but we will just keep up for you just watch out for updates. I will be next video, I think will be the I'm gonna go through all the Ride Kimmy cards that were or announced for phase 3, so that should be coming soon. And then yeah, more just get ready for more Boo Booger stuff.
Daybreak,
Yeah.
huh?
Yeah, all that stuff. Oh my, so much, so much stuff. All right, thank you all for watching, and we'll catch you later. See you.